Welcome to all our physics class. In previous class you have studied heat generated in current carrying conductor. In that you studied three formulas. Using that three formulas you solved problems. In this class you are studying series connection and parallel connection. Series connection and parallel connection. In that connection here series and parallel connected bulbs. See there. In first picture, in that 60 volt battery connected to 3 watt 2 bulbs. This connection is called a series connection. This connection is a parallel connection. See here, after 1 by 1 is there, no? So this is series connection, this one parallel connection. In series connection, see, if current passed through it means the current does not changes two bulbs. This connected here bulb B1 and B2. Here current does not changes, but voltage is divided. These two bulbs also dividing voltage. But in parallel connection, if your current passed means current is here dividing, voltage is not dividing. So it's in parallel connection, intensity of light glows more intensity. If you switched on means what happened? Here bulb started to glow. In second circuit, voltage is not dividing, no, current dividing, but voltage or potential is not dividing. So in this bulb glows in more intensity. Okay, you should remove one bulb from both circuit. In first circuit you should B1 bulb, in second circuit you should this B1 bulb you should remove. If you remove B1 bulb means, if your current passes here, is it glow B2 bulb? No. In series connection, if any one bulb is not glowing means in after that other bulbs are does not glowing. Here current not passing. In parallel connection, if here current passed means the B1 bulb is not glowing but B2 bulb is there glowing. So you understand here, if current passed means in a, if one bulb is not glowing means in a series connection other bulbs are not glowing. In parallel connection, if one bulb is not glowing, other down here connected another one bulb, no, B2 it is glowing. So next we are studying about resistors are connecting in series and parallel. See here, first this one battery is connected to 3 resistors. I told here first, if current here what happened, that's not changing but voltage is dividing. Similarly, in first circuit see here, this R1, R2, R3. 3 resistors are connected in a series. The voltage is that V1, V2, V3 like that dividing. So you know the total voltage how you writing, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, you have studied Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. You studied, no? So V is equal to IR. In previous class you have studied that magic triangle, no? Using that magic triangle, V is equal to IR. So you should apply this equation 1, this equation 2, this one applied in equation 1. So V means what I told, IR. V is equal to IR. V1 means what happened, IR1 is there, no? So V1 is equal to IR1. V2 IR2. V2 is equal to IR2. V3 is equal to IR3. V3 is equal to IR3. So these values all you substitute in the equation 1. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So V means IR. IR is equal to IR1 plus another IR2 plus V3 means IR3. Okay, then here we can take common factor I know, so I into R. So here I is common in 3, so we take out that I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, here common factor you take out I, so you cancels, I cancelling here, so I cancels, so you got R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This R is called effective resistance. R is called effective resistance. How you calculate effective resistance in a series connection using which formula? R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If here connecting n number of resistors, if here connected n number of resistors, in considering this one 2 ohm, same resistance, all are same resistance, they're connected n number means we can calculate the effective resistance. This R1, R2, R3, that all same resistance, so we can write R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to small letter R. So n is the number of resistance. So how you calculate the effective resistance there? R is equal to small letter R, this R into n. N means number of resistor. All resistors have same resistance means we can calculate using the formula R is equal to R into n. Here I given values here 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 2. So we can calculate the resistance of this circuit. Total how many resistors is there? 3 resistors, no? So we can apply this one, that equation. So effective resistance R is equal to how much? R means resistance. How much there? 2. So 2. N means number of resistors. How much number is there? 3, no? So you should multiply here 3. So how much getting here? 6 ohm. Like that you can calculate. Next, connection in a parallel. If they are connected in a parallel, see here picture given, R1, R2 are 2 resistors, they are connected in a parallel. What I told in first, if current passes means here dividing, no, I1 and I2, but here voltage is thus not dividing. So you can write I is equal to I1 plus I2, no? You can write. Here also you should apply Ohm's equation. You all studied in 9th standard, no? So you should apply Ohm's equation. I means V divided by R. That you studied. I means V divided by R. This equation 1. You should substitute this equation in equation 2. So we can write I means V by R. I1 means V by R1. R1, R2. So V by R1 plus I2 means V by R2. Okay. Then use this one, substituting this equation. So I is equal to, I means you can write also V by R, no? So V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2. So here also you can take common factor V. So V is into 1 by R. We can take out common factor V into 1 by R is equal to, here also you should take a common factor V. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So here V cancels, no, here we should cancels. V cancels. So finally we got 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So you all studied in 8th standard cross multiplication, no? We should multiply here. 1 by r is equal to r1 cross multiplication r1 plus r2 divided by r1 into r2, r1 into r2. So you got 1 by r is equal to r1 plus r2 divided by r1 r2. So you want effective resistance R, no? So R is equal to what happened? This comes up, this comes down. So R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is the effective resistance calculating in a parallel connection. Here also n number of same resistance connected in n number means how we can calculate. See, we should calculate using the formula R is equal to R divided by n. R means resistance. These all resistors have same resistance means. So n means number of resistors. So I will given here 2 ohm this one, this also 2 ohm. So you should calculate the effective resistance of this connection. How? R is equal to R. How much the resistance given? 2 ohm. No, both also 2 ohm. So 2 divided by n. Number of resistance. How much number? 1, 2. R1 and R2. So 2 resistors. So you got there 1 ohm. You understood, no? In a parallel connection and a series connection, how you calculate the resistance using 2 formula. First one in series connection, R effective resistance R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. In parallel connection, R effective resistance R is equal to R1 into R1 plus R2 divided by R1 into R2. That comes up, and finally you got effective resistance R is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Next, you should separate between resistors on series connection and parallel connection separation. See there, in a resistor series connection, effective resistance is high. We can adding, no, here R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Here dividing, no. So effective resistance in series connection is increases. Effective resistance in parallel connection decreases. Next, current. Current in series connection same from main current. How much current giving from main? That current only here. Same current in all resistors. But in series connection, current is dividing as per number of resistors. Here current is dividing as per number of resistors. Similarly, voltage. Voltage in series connection is dividing as per number of resistors. In parallel connection, there does not changing. All resistors have same voltage. Next, each resistors have here connected after 1 by 1 now. So each resistors controlled by single switch. If you one switched on means all resistors are working. But here connected after 1 by, so here we cannot controlled by single switch. Here we need more than one switch. Next, see there one picture, that is picture of resistor. See, in that picture you can identify the value of that resistor. We can't identify, no. So in that we are using barcode. There is different color. First one is red color, next violet, then orange, then silver color is there, no. So we are using these colors, we identifying the resistance. In some resistors are they writing the value, but here not written. So using color codes we are identifying. In first, which color is there? Red color, no, red. Second, violet color. Third one, violet. Third one, orange. Fourth one, silver. So the first two lines are representing the numbers and third one line is representing the number of zeros and the fourth silver line is representing the deviation. If silver color is there means that deviation is a silver color is there means deviation plus or minus 10%. If their gold color is there means deviation plus or minus 5%. If there is no color means plus or minus 20%. So see that column. Using that column we can write the resistance value. First is red color. See how much I told. First two lines representing the numbers, third representing the number of zeros. The first line is red. So how much number is there? 2. No. First red, so 2. So next color is violet. Next also we representing number. Violet, how much number? 7. So next third one I told representing the number of zeros. Which color is there? Orange color. So that orange color number of zeros how much? 3 zeros is there, no? So you should write 3 zeros. So this is the resistance of that resistor. Then they are given which color? Silver color. Silver color means we can write resistance 27 kilo ohm plus or minus, silver color I told 10% no deviation, plus or minus 10%. This is the value of that resistance. Understood? No? Next I giving some problems. See there. See here. What is the current if 4 ohm and 2 ohm resistors are connected in a series and 6 volt potential difference? You have studied two formulas effective resistance in series connection. R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. In parallel connection, R is equal to parallel series. R is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So here one problem. First that is connected in series. There R1 how much given? R1 4 ohm, R2 2 ohm. Okay. Then potential difference. Potential difference means we writing V, no? So V is equal to 6 volt. So that is in series connection. So you should calculate their current. So what should do? R1 R2 given, you should applying this formula. R is equal to R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. R1 how much given here? 4 plus 2. So how much? 6 ohm. Then you should calculate the current. So current formula I is equal to V divided by R. I is equal to V divided by R. V means I told here 6 divided by R 6. So answer is 1 ampere. So similarly next in a parallel connection, see their question. What is the current if 12 ohm and 4 ohm resistors are connected in a parallel? 2 ohm and 4 ohm 12 ohm and 4 ohm resistors are connected in parallel and 12 volt potential difference. So R1 how much given there? 12 ohm, R2 4 ohm, V how much given? 12 volt, no? 12 volt. So here connection in a parallel connection. So you should calculate the current. So first you should calculate effective resistance, no? Using which formula? R is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. R1 how much is there? 12. 12 into 4 divided by 12 plus 4. So 12 into 4 means 48. 48 divided by 12 plus 4 means 16. So we should dividing means they are getting how much? 3 ohm. 6 ones are, 6 threes are. So 3 ohm. Effective resistance is 3 ohm. Then we should calculate the current. I is equal to V divided by R. V how much? 12 volt. 12 divided by 3. So how much? 4 ohm. 4 ampere. The current is 4 ampere. Next you are studying about heating effect of electricity. See that picture. There two pictures are given. First one is soldering iron. Second one is heating coil. So in these both devices are working under electricity. Now if you switch on means that getting that heat, that electrical energy is converting to heat energy. So in this which part is using? There nichrome is using, nichrome wire is using in a heating coiling and soldering iron. So what is the peculiarities of nichrome? Nichrome is alloy of nickel, chromium and iron. Nichrome is mixture of nickel, chromium and iron. So what are the peculiarities of nichrome wire? So it has high melting point. First one, it has high melting point, and next it have high resistivity. Then it remains red hot condition with long time without oxidizing. It remains red hot condition in a long time without oxidizing. Then thermal expansion is negligible. There is not thermal expansion taken place. It is important the peculiarities of nichrome wire. It is high melting point, high resistivity, remains at red hot condition long for a long time without undergoing oxidizing. Then thermal expansion is negligible. Then see there are two pictures they are given. First one is microwave oven and second one is induction cooker. In that two devices also not using nichrome. In other all heating devices using nichrome now, but here not using nichrome. They are using microwave oven working under waves. Okay. The second one induction cooker. Induction cooker is working under eddy current. So like that, in that this not using nichrome. Okay. Today's class we are studied about a parallel connection and a series connection. If you parallel connected bulb means series connected bulb. If that removed means what happened, voltage what happened, current what happened, that all studied. Then calculating the effective resistance in parallel connection and series connection you are studied. Then peculiarities of nichrome wire also you are studied. We will continue in next class.